A World Poker Tournament champion exploited super admin privileges on an online poker platform to view all players' hidden hole cards in real time. In just 4 short years, illegally profiting as much as $22 million from countless ordinary players. The mastermind behind this scam was supposed to be a model figure safeguarding fairness in poker. At the 1994 World Series of Poker in Las Vegas, Russ Hamilton rose to the top and won the championship, taking home a $1 million prize, and also receiving a silver reward equal to his own body weight. In the poker world, this is the supreme pinnacle of honor. With his exceptional heads-up skills, he became a legendary champion trusted by players across the internet and admired by his peers. With the rise of online poker, at the end of 2001, the UB platform extended an olive branch to this legend, hiring him as an official consultant, bringing him into the platform's inner core circle, with back-end access privileges that ordinary players and most employees didn't have. This tool set was originally used for official game audits, to check for vulnerabilities in hands, but it was quietly unlocked with godlike permissions, allowing the user to view every player's hidden hole cards in real time, covering every table and every person in every hand. Insiders dubbed it God Mode. From May 2004 to early 2008, Hamilton used a 2-track setup, logging into the backend with one account to spectate with the God view enabled, while using another regular game account to sit down and play. Over 4 years, he controlled 23 accounts, 117 game IDs, taking turns harvesting at the high-stakes tables. The victims included many well-known professional players. At the time, online poker was sweeping the globe, with money circulating day and night. Housewives in Ohio, students in college dorms. Countless ordinary people joined in and took part. Tens of millions of dollars moved between offshore servers, without anyone knowing. Every player firmly believed the game was random and fair. The only opponents were strangers sitting at the table. This set of privileges tore apart poker's entire competitive core. Bluffs, traps, and psychological battles, once full of strategic interplay, all became ineffective. The user needed no skill at all, only to see the opponent's whole cards, easily choosing the right moment to avoid risk and rake in chips. And the reason this scam could run rampant for 4 years without anyone being able to uncover it was the key loophole in jurisdiction tied to geography. The platform's servers were not located in regions with strict jurisdiction, such as the United States or Canada. Instead, they were based on the Kahnawake Mohawk Native Reserve on the outskirts of Montreal. This territory has independent self-governing authority and its own exclusive gambling rules, openly not subject to the laws of either the United States or Canada. No regular law enforcement agency could step in to investigate or enforce accountability. The industry prestige of a top champion, the back-end privileges granted by the authorities, and offshore servers in a judicial vacuum. The overlap of these 3 conditions gave rise to this perfectly shocking, sky-high scam. Over the course of several years, countless players suffered inexplicable crushing defeats and kept losing money. Everyone could sense that something was off with the games. Yet there was never any concrete evidence, until a low-level human error exposed this 4-year-long lie. September 13, 2007. Player Marco Johnson couldn't wrap his head around the bizarre match. To find out the truth behind his crushing defeat, he applied to UB's sister platform to retrieve the match's hand history records. But a platform employee made an operational mistake, accidentally sending him an internal core data file instead. This file wasn't an ordinary match record, but a complete 65,000-line backend data table, clearly documenting every single action at all tables over the 2 hours of the tournament. It even contained top-secret data that players had absolutely no right to see. Everyone's hidden hole cards, users' IP addresses, and other highly confidential information. This leaked file instantly set the entire poker community ablaze. This group of programmers, analysts, and professional players, well-versed in math, probability, and logic, immediately began reviewing the data. Security analysts Michael and Sam reconstructed every hand from the cheater's god's eye view. All the seemingly outrageous decisions were instantly rationalized. Every fold, every call, every all-in. all precisely match the optimal play given the known hole cards, without the slightest game theory mistake. The precise statistical data conclusively nailed down the fact of cheating. This account's results deviated from normal probability by 15 standard deviations. Put simply, the absurdity of its win rate was equivalent to hitting a 1 in a million jackpot 6 times in a row, something that can by no means be explained by luck or talent. After attorney and veteran player Selrovich reviewed thousands of his own hands, he also found the same pattern. A mysterious account always kept perfect control of the game. It never made a wrong decision, perfectly avoiding every unfavorable matchup and cashing in on every favorable matchup. The victims of this scam were spread all over, and the losses were hard, real cash. Harvard graduate David lost nearly $70,000. More ordinary players lost anywhere from $200,000 to $250,000. They always thought they were taking part in fair competition, but in the end they were just prey being precisely picked off. There was no police intervention, no regulatory investigation. A group of angry amateurs worked day and night to break down the data, follow the trail of clues. The digital fingerprints in the files and the IP routing chain clearly showed that the cheating terminal was not an overseas hacker server, but an internal platform adjustment coordinator. As the investigation went deeper, the truth was far more horrifying than everyone had imagined. This was not the work of a single account. The Kahnawake Gaming Commission ultimately verified a total of 117 usernames and 23 linked accounts. All devices, IP addresses, and fund flows ultimately pointed to the same person, the legendary world champion and the platform's official advisor, Russ Hamilton. The official investigation report clearly confirmed that the cheating devices and network addresses were directly linked to Hamilton. The vast majority of the illicit funds involved in the case were routed through accounts he controlled. There is still no definitive conclusion to date on the amount involved. The official regulator ordered the platform to compensate players $22 million. In a private recording, Hamilton himself admitted that the amount involved was between $16 million and $18 million. And after the industry carried out a full reconstruction of the overall losses over many years, the estimated total amount swindled exceeded $50 million in 4 years. This legendary figure, highly trusted by the industry, quietly siphoned off the hard-earned money of countless strangers. The evidence is conclusive and the facts are clear. But the ending of the story laid bare a chilling absurdity. The platform's lawyer, Daniel, deliberately crafted a false narrative, portraying Hamilton as a victim exploited through a loophole. In the end, everyone got off scot-free and no one was held accountable. It all stemmed from the judicial vacuum zone that had been deliberately chosen as the location in the first place. Servers located on the Mohawk Reservation left no agency able, under the law, to arrest, try, or bring criminal charges against Hamilton. This gray jurisdictional black hole turned this multi-million-dollar fraud case into a crime with no one to hold responsible. After the scandal was exposed, reporters immediately tracked down Russ Hamilton. At the time, he was still living comfortably in a private golf villa community in Las Vegas, enjoying an easy, affluent life, and to this day has never paid any legal price for his crimes. Years later, when pressed with questions, he remained silent throughout, refusing to offer any explanation or remorse. That's all for this episode. See you next time.